Welcome to Team Tiggio Court TV, where we upload videos every single day. So make sure you subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and share our videos.
All right, he's on his way. All right, Officer Discorbin, raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Ms. Bean, your witness.
Good morning. Can you please state your name for the record?
Regis Discorbin.
Okay. And can you tell us what you do and where you work?
I'm a detective with Glenn County Police Department.
Okay. And are you post-certified?
Yes.
Okay. Being post-certified, are you authorized to investigate crimes, make arrests?
Yes.
Okay. Have you done any DUI arrests in your experience?
Yes.
Okay. About how many have you done?
I think maybe like about 10.
Okay. How long have you worked for the department?
Almost 5 years.
Okay. Were you on duty January 5th, 2022?
Yes.
Okay. Were you uniformed?
Yes.
Okay. Were you in a marked patrol vehicle?
Yes.
And what were your duties that day?
That day I was on field training with Lieutenant Ward that day.
Okay. So in the field on the road, is that?
Yes, it was on
right? Okay. And did you have cause to make contact with the defendant today?
Yes, we were backing up Officer Christian that initiated the pullover.
Okay. Was that pullover in Clayton County?
Yes.
And was the person that you made contact with when you were backing up Officer Christian, is he on the platform today? Do you see him?
Yes, he's wearing a hat. He got a Christmas tree behind him.
Okay, good. Did you have your body cam on that day?
Yes.
All right. And can you tell me who else was there? You mentioned Officer Christian, but was anyone else there?
Yes, Lieutenant Ward and Officer Montgomery.
Okay, so Christian, Ward, Montgomery, and Discorbin. Just 4 of you?
There was just 4 of us there.
Okay. Can you describe so you were not there for the initial stop, is that right?
No, I was not there for
Okay,
them.
that's fine. I'm going to share my screen. Give me 1 second. I've not done this on Zoom before, so just bear with me. Give me 1 second.
And Your Honor, I would object to that for lack of foundation.
Object to
You sharing your screen.
Well, you don't know what she's sharing first, Ms. Tortorello. Second of all, because of the limitations of Zoom, I'm gonna have to see something to establish a foundation.
Yeah, well, you tell me. I don't know how you all, normally in court, I would show it just to him, just to the witness. Would you like for me to?
Has he
put a
seen what you're
response?
gonna show?
It's his body cam. So I want to show it to
Okay,
see if
in
it's
court,
accurate.
you would show a few moments of it. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yes.
Overruled.
Are you able to see that?
Yes.
It's coming up.
I'm gonna, geez. I'm just gonna play a few moments for you. Oh,
There's an echo, Your Honor.
That's somebody else is on with more than one device. Please mute your devices. If you're not ASG Bing, please make sure your device is muted.
I think it's Mr. Lynch.
All right. The courtroom is muted. Mr. Lynch, if you have your own device, mute it, please.
All right. Okay, I don't know if that's enough time for you, but do you recognize this?
Well, we're not seeing that. I'm seeing your screen with a note about the trial team.
Oh, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me.
You had it up and then it went. Then I now just am seeing a starry night.
Okay. Sorry, hang on one second. See that?
Nope. Still starry night.
Starry night. Okay. That's not my share. Can you see that now?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, can you hear?
Not yet.
Okay, wait, there should be something, so I need to sorry, one second.
You can hear the audio. ASG Bing, you're muted.
Okay, sorry, you can hear it, you say?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I think it's fine now. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, I think it's, thank you. Okay, Officer DeScorbeth, do you recognize this video?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell us what it is?
That's undeniable incident.
Okay, and whose recording device is this?
It's my body cam.
Okay, and is this a fair and accurate representation of that recording?
Yes.
Okay. State moves to admit this body cam as evident as Exhibit A.
Any objection, Ms. Tortorello?
No objection, Your Honor.
Will be admitted without objection, Exhibit A to the motion. All right, Ms. Bing, you need to play it or ask questions about it.
Yes, no, it's okay. I don't want to run into some hearsay issues, so I'm going to use this for another witness. I just want to admit it for through Mr. Discorbeth. If you can share what happened that night when you got on scene.
When we got on scene, the defendant was in the car. I believe Officer Christian asked him to step out. And
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled.
when he stepped out the vehicle, he was asked if he had any weapons on him. Instead of him verbalize that he didn't have any weapon, he had pulled down his pants on his underwear so he can show us he didn't have any weapon on him. When Lieutenant Ward attempted to do SFST, he continued to interrupt her several times. Then he was finally put in custody because he refused to comply with the order. And I believe he also refused when we read implied consent to him.
In your experience, you mentioned that he pulled out his pants, that he was interrupting, he refused to comply. Was his behavior typical of that you might see in a driver that had been drinking?
Yeah, his behavior is saying that he was under something, and he also keeps saying that his mom was a judge in the Clayton County Court, that he was gonna get all of us fired.
Objection, hearsay.
The party opponent rule.
Overruled.
Okay. So he was, sorry, you were saying that he was saying that you guys were going to get fired. Anything else?
He just kept repeating those things, that his mom was a judge or was worked for the Clayton County Court, and he continued to refuse to comply, even though I believe Lieutenant Ward asked him several times about the SFST, continued to ask him, and he continued to interrupt and refuse.
No further questions of this witness, although I'd like to retain him for rebuttal.
All right. Officer Discorbeth, I'm gonna put you back in the breakout room.
Your Honor, I have some cross.
Oh, I'm sorry. Cross-examination from Ms. Tortorello. Go ahead.
Officer Discorbeth, correct?
Yes.
And you work at the Clayton County Police Department, right?
Yes.
And you responded as backup at the Chevron gas station at 130 Southeast Jonesboro. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. You just testified that you observed Mr. Johnson being belligerent, outspoken. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you just testified that he wasn't cooperating with the officers, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Would you agree with me that that could just be that he was angry? When somebody is angry, it could be anger, correct?
Maybe.
It's just yes or no, detective.
Yes.
You don't have to say yes or no if maybe is what he feels is the answer. You can't tell him how to answer, Ms. Tortorello.
Well, in my practice, Your Honor, respectfully, yes or no, but he can explain himself.
If maybe was the answer, maybe is the answer.
Okay. So, you didn't testify as to any other physical manifestations, correct?
I mean, he also had red glassy eyes when we observe when we observe him.
But you didn't testify to that just now, correct?
No, not yet. No.
Okay. And red glassy eyes could be that he was tired. Isn't that right?
Tired, maybe red, but not glassy.
Okay. But you would agree with me that you only saw red glassy eyes, isn't that right?
On the scene, I saw red glassy eyes, but when he had got in the car, he had continued to be outrageous, and that's when I smelled the odor of alcohol.
Okay. Officer, now you're saying that you smell the odor of alcohol, correct?
Yes.
But that's not what you previously stated, right? In your
Ms. Tortorello, you're going down a line, but you're going to keep asking him about what he previously stated. But on direct, Ms. Bing never asked him to describe those things.
Okay, Your Honor, but he just testified that.
But the point you're trying to make is that he didn't testify to those things, but he wasn't asked those questions. So you can keep going down that road, but you understand he's on recall. She put him up to establish the video, but she didn't ask him all of those questions. So you're actually doing her work, is what I'm telling you.
Okay, Your Honor, I understand, Your Honor. She did question him on direct.
I get that, but what I'm saying is you're telling him he didn't say certain things, but she never asked those questions.
Okay, Your Honor. At this time, defense rests. Yes, for Officer Discorbeth.
All right. So Officer Discorbeth, I'm going to put you back in the breakout room. Miss Bing, who's next?
Officer Christian.
All right. So Officer Discorbeth, you're in breakout room number 1. You can just activate your screen and go back in. And Officer Christian, did he leave? Like leave the... No, here he is. Officer Christian.
Hello?
There you are. All right. Officer Discorbeth is going back. He's back in the breakout room. Officer Christian, activate your camera for me. Raise your right hand.
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to do it now.
No problem. All right, Ms. Tortorella, I'm not trying to tell you how to do your cross, but he's coming back. So I didn't want you to waste time on stuff that he's going to come back for when she never asked those questions.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you for that. I was making sure that he wasn't going to be released before I asked those questions, but thank you.
No, he's coming back at some point. All right, Officer Christian, raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes, I do.
All right, you can put your hand down. Miss Bing, your witness.
And can you state your name for the record?
Demetrius Christian.
Your Honor, would you like for him to spell that for Ms.
Yeah,
Wright?
that would probably be helpful.
Okay, if you could spell that for us, thank you.
Demetrius, last name Christian, Christian.
Okay. And we're working in 2022.
I was working for Clayton County Police Department.
Okay. And what were you doing for them?
I was
What-
assigned a uniform division.
Okay, and were you post certified?
I am.
Were you then?
I am. Yes, I was.
Yeah, okay. And what do you currently do for work?
Right now, I work for the postal service.
Okay, so you are no longer with the department.
Correct.
Okay. Were you working for the Clayton County Police Department on January 5th, 2022?
Was.
Okay. Were you uniformed that day
Yes.
and in a marked vehicle?
Yes.
Did you make contact with Mr. Johnson that day?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Can you tell us why you made contact with Mr. Johnson?
I observed Mr. Johnson speeding and driving on the wrong side of traffic, passing 3 vehicles at a high rate of speed. He also ran a stop sign, which I have stopped him for, on Highway 138 in Jonesboro.
Did he ever, well, okay. Did he ever admit to those things during the stop?
Did he ever admit to the things during the stop? No, he did not.
Okay.
I can recall.
Okay. I'm going to, I'm sorry. Say that once. Did you say you did not recall or did?
No, I do not recall.
Okay. If I showed you a video from the body cam, would that refresh your recollection?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let me see here. Your Honor, am I free to play this in just openly? I mean, for recollection, I don't know. It's fine. It's based on your expression. I can say it's fine. All right. Okay. Can you see that? Can the court see that?
Yes.
I am going to play about 10 minutes and 54 seconds.
Your Honor, I will object to this. The rules of evidence are about writings to refresh recollection, not video. So
Okay.
if Officer Christian needs to review his police report, that's fine, but we will object to this. If she wants to play the whole video before testimony, I mean, his testimony, that's fine. But unless
Your
she
Honor-
wants to impeach.
Okay,
Got it.
it's in evidence. She can play whatever part she wants. If you want rule of completeness, then you can play it after she plays what part she. If she's playing it to ask him questions about it, she's allowed to do that. If it's not a written document, then maybe he can't refresh his recollection. But if she wishes to ask him to review the video and answer questions about the video, she can do that because it's in evidence.
Yes, that's what I was objecting
Okay,
to.
so Ms. Bing, it's not a written document for him to refresh his recollection, but did you wish to play portions of the video and ask him questions?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Hold on. I'm trying. Give me a second to. Okay. See. Okay.
Bro, get your license, man. Have him step out. Get his ass off the phone. Step out the door, bro.
Oh wait. Hold on. This is.
FTA. It's a little road to the side, but I don't know what it's called.
I'm having a hard time seeing that.
You know what that is?
Okay, what are you trying to do? Get to
I'm
a
sorry,
particular point?
I am, but I can't quite see the timestamp. It's different.
Okay, I can tell you what the timestamp is. It's 13:35, 10:20. Then you went back. It's 11:24, 11:03, 9:59.
Okay, I'm trying to put it
10:41.
from here. Yeah.
From 10:41.
Yeah, it should be 10:41.
I can't hear you do it.
Okay,
Let's go.
good.
Let's go. Come on, stop talking.
Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Together.
Mr. Christian, what's going on?
She just explained to you.
Okay. So I'm saying, you run my name, you had my information.
First of all, let's get something straight.
I'm just
Let's get something straight.
Okay,
Let's get something straight.
I'll keep my
You
voice.
cut off 3 cars going into oncoming traffic. You were speeding on a 35. It was 35 miles per hour. You was doing at least 60. It took me 70 to catch up to you. All right? You ran the stop sign. You ran the stop sign on North Main Street, and then made a left turn. I lit you up right over here.
You gonna do that to me, Mr. Christian?
Man,
I ain't saying you won't. I ain't saying you won't.
Okay. Mr. Christian, do you hear Mr. Johnson say, I ain't saying you wrong?
Correct. Yes, I do.
Okay. So he's saying that in response to your
What
description.
I just told him.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what you described in the video, is that what the reason why you pulled him over?
Yes, that's my probable cause.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me at what point and why there was let me back up. Was there ever a DUI investigation or an attempt for a DUI investigation during that
Yes,
stop?
it was. Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me the reason why a DUI investigation had begun?
He had admitted to having 1 beer, and he was admitted to coming from a club off of Old National.
Okay. Was there anything else?
The red glazy eyes that I observed, and he pulled out when I asked him if he had anything on him. He pulled his pants down multiple times, and that just gave me a red flag. Me and all other officers.
Is that is that behavior that you have seen before, that or those observations that you've made before when you're dealing with a DUI case?
The red glazy eyes, yes. Pulling down the pants was unusual, so that was the first time dealing with that one.
Okay. Did you attempt to do field sobriety on him?
Yes, Officer Ward attempted to do fields.
And was she successful?
No. He agreed, and then
okay. Did you read was implied consent read?
Yes, it was.
Did you read implied consent, or did someone else?
Someone else.
You remember who did?
Officer Ward.
And did he agree to consent to implied consent?
He did at first, and then he declined later on.
Did he explicitly decline, or was his behavior, or did
No,
you?
it was his behavior. He got to yelling. His mom was a judge, and he got irate, and I kind of just said, "Okay, we just gonna take him into jail," because he was irate.
All right, thank you. That concludes my questions, but I'd like to hold you for later.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Tortorello, cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor, if you can give me a second to pull up the video. And I'm just going to share my screen as I do cross. 1 second. I'll share my screen if I need to, Your Honor. Okay, Officer Christian, correct?
Yes.
And you work for Clayton County Sheriff's Office, right? I mean,
No,
you
I worked for. I did, and I worked for Clayton County Police Department.
okay. And currently you work at the post office, you said?
Yes.
And you initiated the stop against Mr. Johnson on January 1st of 2022, correct?
Correct.
And you stopped Mr. Johnson due to several traffic violations you observed, correct?
Correct.
And the stop was at a Chevron gas station on 130 Southeast in Jonesboro?
Yes.
Okay. And you made contact with Mr. Johnson. He wanted to know why you pulled him over, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you responded, and I quote, "You know why I pulled you over," end quote. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Okay. You didn't initially advise my client of the reason why he was pulled over, correct?
No, not initially. No. The reason being because he was irate. He was
Okay.
he was on the phone. He wasn't paying attention as well, and he was yelling.
And you eventually tell my client he ran 3 stop signs and ran, quote, "the light down there," end quote.
Okay.
And then you said Mr. Johnson speeded and went across 2 cars. Isn't that right?
He went across 3 cars, I believe, driving the wrong way.
I'm gonna now share my screen, and I believe this is minute 1. Your Honor, I'm gonna start the video at minute mark time mark 1 minute 45 seconds.
Okay.
Right there. Good grief. We'll just start here.
Help him on this side. There you see, you went across 2 cars and you started to get down the car. Enough. Hold on. Why you saying, oh, no, there's nothing on me, sir. I asked you a couple times, get your license up. Enough. Step out, get his ass off the car. Step out the car, please. Step out. First of all, you ran through, open the door, Christian. Ran the light down there. Yeah. Step out, man. Step out. Help him on this side. There you see, you went across 2 cars and you started.
Did you hear yourself right there, Mr. Christian?
Okay.
You stated there you went across 2 cars, isn't that right?
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Johnson wasn't slurring his words when you spoke to him, isn't that right?
He wasn't slurring his words.
You're saying, can you repeat your answer, please?
You asked me, was he slurring his words?
Correct.
I testified that he had.
Objection, I'm sorry. There was no mention in cross that about slurring words. I mean, I'm indirect about slurring words.
But this is her first cross, so she gets to ask these questions. Go ahead, ma'am.
No, what was your answer, Mr. Christian?
No, I can't recall.
Okay. He was actually angry and questioning you about why he was stopped, right?
Okay. Yes.
And he pulled his pants down, right?
Yes.
He just wanted to assure you he had nothing on him, isn't that right?
That's what he said, but you don't pull your pants down when we could just search you. That's unusual. He pulled him down twice.
Well, wouldn't you agree with
What
me?
was the reason for the second time?
Okay. If you can please stick to the question being asked. Okay. So you're saying that if you can answer clearly again. So my question was, he just wanted to assure you he had nothing on him. Isn't that right? And your response?
Ms. Tortorella, that's been asked and answered. He said that happened the first time. Why did he pull his pants down the second time? He already said he did that in response to that.
Okay. And he did this because you asked him if he had weapons on his person, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And he addressed you by your last name at one point, right, officer?
Yes.
Okay. If he was impaired, he wouldn't have been paying attention to your name. Wouldn't you agree if he was that impaired?
That's not true.
Okay. In fact, you proceeded to ask him after you learned he knew yours about his name. Isn't that right?
Yes.
But you're the one that initiated the stop.
Yes.
So you should have known his name by now. Isn't that right?
How can I know his name when he was refusing to give me his ID during the court when I was asking for it?
Okay. So at what point did you get his ID or identify him?
Finally, when we got into the rear of the vehicle, I was able to ask him for his name, and he finally gave it to me.
Okay. I'm going to play. I'm going to start at 5:55, Your Honor. Minute mark, 5 minutes and 55 seconds. I can. Yeah.
It is. But I'm saying you gonna charge me with that?
Did I say I was gonna charge you
Okay,
with
you're
that?
right. My fault, Mr. Chris. My fault.
What's your name?
Hey, Marquis.
What?
Damn, bro.
Mar what?
Marquis.
MARQUIS?
Yes, sir.
What's your last name?
JOHNSON, man.
Mr. Christian, wouldn't you agree with me that this was before he got on the back of your patrol car?
Yes, that's before he got in the back of my patrol car.
And he
Yes.
identified himself to you at that point, correct?
Correct.
And you were writing a citation at that point, isn't that right?
No, I'm writing his name down.
Okay, what is that paperwork you're writing on?
I'm not sure. I can't recall, but I know I'm writing his name down.
Okay.
In fact, after that, I went and checked his name that I could recall.
Mm-hmm.
So
he had no problem giving you his name and date of birth, correct?
he did have a problem with it.
Okay, let's go back to the video.
You going back to that video, but when we initiated the first time, he had a problem with providing his name and date of birth.
But he had no problem on giving the date of birth to you eventually, isn't that right?
After.
And again, this was before he went on the back of your car.
I'm not understanding what you trying to ask.
It's okay. I'm going to play a video at 6 minutes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, before she does, I have to
What are you
object to
asking?
relevance. Yeah.
Because he said he was at the back, he was at the rear of the vehicle when he gave me his name. I looked at the video. The man was leaning on the rear of the vehicle when he gave his name. What's the question?
Your Honor, the question
What's the point you're trying to make?
That Mr. Johnson was able to provide Mr. Christian his name and date of birth. So he was able to articulate that to the officer accurately, Your Honor.
Okay, we just saw that.
Okay. And you advised my client that he cut cars going into oncoming traffic, and he was speeding, going 60 in a 35-mile-per-hour zone. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Then you told them it took you 70 miles per hour to catch up to him. Isn't that right?
Correct.
And then you said he ran the stop sign on North Main Street and then made a left turn, correct?
Yes.
But you previously told him he ran 3 stop signs and ran a red light and speeded across 2 cars. Isn't that right?
I can't recall.
Okay. You just testified that that's what you said initially on video.
That he ran stop sign. That he ran a stop sign. Yes.
And he went past 2 vehicles.
He went past at least 2 or 3 vehicles from my
Okay.
recollection.
All right.
He drove on the wrong side of the road,
Okay.
passing those vehicles.
But that's not what you initially told him at the stop. You didn't advise him that he drove on the wrong side of the road. Isn't that right?
Okay, sometimes when you're frustrated, it don't come out right then and there. But I told him of it.
So which one is it, officer?
I'm not. I just told you.
Your Honor,
I'm not understanding.
Your Honor,
what you're trying
I have to object. This is kind of harassing and badgering. I think this has been belabored.
Your officer, where is you had a dash cam, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Why were you, and you weren't able to, and where is that dash cam?
That's an older vehicle, so I might not have the dash cam at that time. I
But
may
you
have, I may
recorded-
not.
You were able to record the stop on your dash?
I'm not sure. If it's that old vehicle that I used to drive, I believe the dash cam didn't work. Or it might have.
And your body cam, did you have body cam on you that day?
Yes, I did.
And where is that?
You got
Were
to
you
contact
able
the
to-
department.
The state didn't ask you for your dash cam and body cam?
Ma'am, you got to contact the department. I don't provide that.
Okay. And what about an incident report? Did you ever write an incident report?
I don't recall. You asked me something. It's 20 something, 22 or something like that.
So you don't recall writing a police report on the stop that you made that day, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I don't recall.
Do you think that's something important to have, officer?
I don't recall if I wrote one or not, ma'am.
I'm just asking if you think it's important to have a police report.
That's why we wear body cams as well.
But you're also trained to write an incident report, isn't that right?
Am I trained to write an incident report?
In your training, you've been trained to
Yes, I know how to write an incident report.
okay, for your cases, correct?
Yes, for regulation.
Especially if you are an officer initiating a stop for a DUI.
I initiated the stop. May I say something?
Hold on, Officer Christian. Ms. Tortorello, if you're challenging probable cause, the probable cause for the stop was the traffic violations. I've heard enough to establish probable cause for that. If you're challenging the DUI, that's not what you initially said. If he didn't have, no, you said you're challenging the probable cause for the stop. And if he didn't have probable cause for the stop, then you're challenging everything else that came after for the DUI investigation. He and Officer Discorba have established enough for a probable cause to stop this man.
Okay, Your Honor.
I'm not sure where we're going with this.
I just want to put some things on record, Your Honor, in case this gets
sure. But if what you asked for was probable cause for the stop, we have more than that.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor. Defense rests.
All right.
Officer Christian.
Anything else from the state?
Just closing then.
All right. All right, I'll hear from the state. I'll hear from the defense.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Do I need to be here?
No, you're free to go. You're free to go. I got you. You got to get the mail out.
Thank you, ma'am.
Neither sleet, nor storm, nor subpoena.
All right. Thank you.
Take care. Be safe. All right.
All right. You too, ma'am.
Argument.
State first?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Your Honor, Frederick v. State, 270 Georgia App 397 says the defendant admitted that he had been drinking. The officer smelled a strong odor of alcohol on the
Objection,
defendant's.
Your Honor.
First of all, I don't care about that because she's challenging probable cause for the stop. Let's stick to that.
Your Honor, in my opening, I was challenging the illegal stop and then probable cause for DUI arrest. That was in my
That's not
opening.
what you said. I wrote it down. You said you were challenging probable cause for the arrest or for the stop, and that you wanted anything after that suppressed.
No, I said, and I actually write down my statements, Your Honor, and respectfully, I'm asking the Honorable Court to suppress evidence that stemmed from the illegal arrest due to lack of probable cause.
But if there's probable cause, the arrest was not illegal.
For DUI? Okay, yes, Your Honor. For DUI, Your Honor.
He didn't stop him for DUI, Ms. Tortorello.
Yes, Your Honor, but he was charged with DUI.
Right, because there was a subsequent arrest. But you asked for probable cause for the stop.
No, I asked for to suppress evidence that stemmed from the illegal arrest due to lack of probable cause.
Argument. Go ahead, Ms. Bing.
Okay. Sorry, I was beginning and you said you didn't want to hear that?
No, go ahead. I want to hear it now.
Okay.
Let's get everything on the table.
Okay. So Frederick v. State, 2270 Georgia App 397, states that the defendant admitted that he had been drinking and the officer smelled a strong odor of alcohol on the defendant's person, observed the defendant's eyes were glassy. The court held that the arresting officer had probable cause to arrest for less safe DUI. State v. Sledge, 264 Georgia App 612. The Georgia Court of Appeals has found that even in the absence of field sobriety tests, an officer's observation that the suspect has bloodshot, watery eyes, exudes an odor of alcohol is sufficient to show probable cause to arrest the suspect for driving under the influence. So here, officers observed him on the wrong side of the road, glossy eyes, red eyes, smelled strongly of alcohol. He admitted to alcohol at a bar. Officers are free to stop motorists for traffic violations. And if and when they make contact, the officer observes additional reason to continue his investigation, he may do so. We saw the body cam starting at 10 minutes and 54 seconds that Officer Christian said to him that he cut off 3 cars. Whether it's 2 cars or 3 cars, it doesn't matter. It was an erratic and unsafe violation. He went into oncoming traffic. He was speeding. Took him up to 70 miles an hour to catch him. That was the reason for the stop. After making contact, officers observed those physical evidences of having of a person that's been drinking. And because of his belligerence and refusal and observations, there's certainly probable cause to arrest the defendant. And so we would ask the court to find probable cause for this arrest.
All right, Ms. Tortorello?
Your Honor, based on witness's testimony, we are not challenging the stop. However, we are challenging lack of probable cause for a DUI arrest. Your Honor, the rule is well established that evidence which shows only that the defendant had alcohol in her body while driving provides insufficient probable cause to arrest for State versus D'Amato, 302 Georgia App 181, 2010. The Court of Appeals reasoned that impaired driving ability depends solely upon an individual's response to alcohol, Because individual responses to alcohol vary, the presence of alcohol in the defendant's body by itself does not support an inference that the defendant was an impaired driver. According to the Court of Appeals, odor of alcohol emitting from a person admitting and a positive PBT result is not enough probable cause for a DUI arrest. In D'Amato, the defendant was also in a one-car accident with a deer. Furthermore, while bloodshot eyes and slightly pale skin may support a finding of impairment, such evidence does not require a finding of impairment. Here, Your Honor, Officer Ward, the officer who actually did the DUI investigation, didn't even testify as to her DUI investigation. Officer Christian alleges traffic infractions and statements about those infractions, which were inconsistent. Moreover, the officer didn't even recall whether or not he wrote a report regarding those traffic infractions. Mr. Johnson was also not slurring his words. The state only has an admission of drinking a beer and bloodshot eyes, which do not require a finding of impairment. Therefore, Your Honor should find that there wasn't enough probable cause to arrest Mr. Johnson for DUI less safe, and everything after the arrest is fruit of the poisonous tree and should be suppressed. Nothing further.
So the court observed the officers, Officer Christian, who admitted to being frustrated. So when he was fussing at Mr. Johnson at the initial stop, he said he wasn't able to really tell him because he got frustrated and it wasn't coming out. So he said he passed 2 cars, he passed 3 cars. But when he stated it at the rear of the vehicle, he talked about his manner of driving, which is important for DUI less safe. Because if someone observes the manner of driving, that also is a clue for impairment. He was on the wrong side of the road. He was passing cars. He blew through stop sign. He was driving in an erratic manner. They pull him over at the gas station. He won't give his name initially. He won't give his date of birth initially. Officer Christian or former Officer Christian testified to that. It wasn't until they got him out of the car, he gets to the rear of the vehicle, and then he can give his name. Officer Christian and Officer Discorbett observed red, glassy eyes. They observed the smell of alcohol on him. He admitted to drinking alcohol. He admitted to coming from a nightclub. He was combative with the officers, and when Lieutenant Ward attempted to do a field sobriety exercises, he agreed, then he disagreed, and then he was combatant. But one of the most telling things is he pulled his pants down twice. So in the grouping of things that officers can consider for a probable cause for a DUI investigation and thus a DUI arrest, all of those things, it might not be one thing, it might not be 2 things, it might not be 3 things, but he was driving on the wrong side of the road. He pulled his pants down twice. He smelled of alcohol. He was coming from a nightclub. He was combative. Initially, he wouldn't give his name or date of birth. All of those things. So when you make your argument, Ms. Tortorello, you can't just argue the things that you want because they make your client look good. It's the whole grouping of things. Yeah, you're agreeing to the fact that there's probable cause for the arrest, but part of the arrest was he was driving on the wrong side of the road. That is also something the officers observed. And for DUI less safe, we're not talking about DUI per se, but for DUI less safe, the manner of driving is an indicator. So the court finds that there's sufficient probable cause for the initial stop and the DUI arrest. Motion to suppress denied. All right, so the 11 o'clock calendar, thank you all for your patience. I'm gonna go ahead and call the calendar. Y'all give me information about the cases and whether we're going forward with hearings. All right. First case on the calendar is Micaiah Christian Belk. This motion was withdrawn on 12/8.
Yes, Your Honor, can my client be excused? He's
May. Next case is Priscilla Butts. This is a motion for immunity.
Your Honor, we're moving forward on the motion.
All right, hearing. Next is Damian Gerard Compton.
That will be a hearing, Your Honor.
Next is Kaylin Fuller.